y'all. Today we are setting up our December meal ideas page. We set this up in our monthly planner video, and this is where I write down all of our favorite recipes that we would like to have this week, new recipes, requested recipes. So this is just like an idea. It's not necessarily a meal plan. I have another page that I set up to where I write what we actually had for dinner. That way I can kind of keep up with it. It's really nice to meal plan off of. But this is just kind of a fun thing because I like to try new recipes. So I like to do this a lot. It just kind of keeps all those new ideas kind of condensed because I can get overwhelmed by that. But we are going to start off the month with a new recipe I had found. It's just a chicken recipe, and the woman that made it, I think she has a cookbook, but she also has a YouTube channel. I think it was called Downshiftology, and also I will try and link all of these recipes down below. I may forget, and if I do, I will try my best to find them. They may be buried in my saves or bookmarks somewhere, but I will do my very best to put all of those in there. After that, or with that, she also had a recipe for broccoli Parmesan risotto, and I've never had any of her recipes before, so I thought that this would be nice to give that a try, and we'll try a few of those. And then after that, another new recipe that I had found, and we grew a lot of pumpkins this year, so I'm trying different ways to use them. Several people had suggested to put them in sauces, so this recipe is creamy pumpkin. I've never had pumpkin creamy like that, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna like that, but we're gonna give it a try. Creamy pumpkin rigatoni, and so I'm not gonna have enough of space to write that just in here, so I'm just gonna kind of go over here. And I was thinking that would be good to have with twisted breadsticks. I have tried this recipe, and I think I'm gonna make it with my homemade or my recipe that I normally use for bread. I think, let's see, it's like my New York style breadstick recipe. I think I'm gonna use that with it, but I'm gonna still twist them in that shape, so I think that's what I'm gonna do there. And then the next recipe we have is roast, and I'm gonna say roast beast because it is December and the Grinch and everything. It was so funny when my child was little. They were so cute, and they would always call roast beast or roast beef roast beast, and it was so funny. It always made us laugh, so I like to call it that, especially in December. And I think we'll just probably just cook all of this in the Instant Pot is generally what I do, and we'll throw some taters in there, and we'll do carrots. And what I'm gonna have for our side, or our bread, is biscuits. This is our Southern Fluffy biscuits, and I also have a recipe video for this. What I generally do with this is I make a big batch, and I go ahead and cook them and everything, and I just put them in the freezer, so that usually lasts me pretty close to a month. And I just make a big batch, and it is just like this really nice convenient side that I enjoy having. Moving on, the next thing I seen was bell pepper nachos. This is probably something that I'm going, if we like it, which I don't see why we wouldn't, but if we like it, I was thinking we would have this more in the summertime because we grow a lot of peppers in our garden, so I thought that would be good to try. I do have some in the freezer, and I'm not sure. We're getting a frost coming really soon, so I'm not sure if they will still be good or not, so maybe I'll have some of those that we can still use, but we always have the frozen ones. And after that, something new I tried last month that I love so much, and actually everybody loved, even like picky eaters really love this, is orange chicken meatballs. These were so good. The meatballs were good, and the sauce was good. So I'm gonna run out of space here again too, so we're just gonna write it this way: orange chicken meatballs. And then what I did is I made this with rice and broccoli, and it was so good. Like, it tasted as good as restaurant or like restaurant food. We were super happy with that, so I'm gonna make that again because everybody was so happy with that. And the next thing we were thinking of trying is another new recipe. This is creamy marinara, and I will probably use the marinara that we made from the garden this year. I also have videos showing how I make that. And that is creamy marinara basil chicken. So we're gonna try that. And for the side, let's see. What I'm probably gonna do is also with this, I'm going to try and see if I can add pumpkin into this. I'm gonna keep experimenting with this and see if we like that in our sauce or not. I'm hoping that it's such a strong flavor that it kind of hides the pumpkin and I can get more veggies into our family. So I'm hoping that will work really good. And then with that, I was thinking to make our herb bubble bread. This is super good, but I'm probably going to I've been trying to do all of my different recipes and make them a little bit healthier. The dog is really happy with his toy. He got a brand new toy today and he is so happy. Okay, so after that, another thing that I like to have in December is sausage rolls. I generally always make these and everybody enjoys them. This is like the best bread dough recipe. I have made this for several years and we just love it so much. I think I even have a video on this if I'm not mistaken. And we'll just have that with gravy and hash browns. And I don't know, depending upon how many we have, we still have some frozen hash browns from whenever we had went to some discount stores. If we still have that, I'll use that. If not, I'm going to try and experiment and make our own little hash brown patty kind of things. So I'm going to experiment with that if I run out. And then after that is something I found on Instagram that looks super, super good. So it was a seafood pot pie. But basically all you do is put like your dough ingredients on the top, but you used a cheddar garlic biscuit recipe for the top, and I have that's a members only video. If y'all would like to become a member, that would be great. We really appreciate that and would love to have y'all over there. So I'm just going to abbreviate here so I don't have to write so much. I'm going to just do cheddar garlic biscuit on the top, and then we'll just throw veggies in the pot pie. So I'm thinking that's what we'll do, but I think that is going to be a new favorite. I'm hoping anyways. And after that, we were thinking of doing Greek chicken. And actually, we were thinking we usually have, whenever we have this like gyros on pitas and things like that, but I'm trying to like change it up and cut down on bread a little bit. So we were thinking of doing a rice bowl. So we're going to try that. Everybody's been loving rice, just plain rice. I figured out how to make like the perfect sticky rice in the Instant Pot. So we've all been really enjoying that. After that, something that I haven't made in a while, probably since the last time it was nice and cold, we're actually starting to get that way here in the South, is cheddar broccoli soup. This is so good. And I will probably go ahead and add like some chicken or something into it and add just a little bit more protein to it. So I'll probably do that. And I have not done this in such a long time, but I would like to make this in bread bowls. I thought that would be really fun, kind of make it special. So we're going to try that. And then after that, let's see, we were thinking of doing taco stuffed baked potatoes. Now, these really aren't necessarily stuffed, like you take the potato stuff out and then put the taco meat in. What I do, I just do it really easy. I basically just make a baked potato and cut it in half and add all of your taco ingredients on top. So you can add like beans, meat, lettuce, sour cream, all that stuff, cheese, whatever it is that you like on there. So that's what I was thinking of that. So that we really, really like baked potatoes a lot. And you can cook these in the Instant Pot or you can do them in the oven too. So, and it's pretty fast in the Instant Pot. So we really like that. After that, another recipe that is a family favorite is kolaches. This took me years to figure out this recipe. This is another members only recipe, and I think I'm going to make that with ham and sausage. And we've actually started making this with cheddar cheese and have been loving it even more, so we're going to make it that way. And we're going to go ahead and have that with smashed potatoes. This is basically, like I said, we liked baked potatoes, so this is basically where we bake the potatoes either in the oven or Instapot, like I was saying, and then I'll literally take it's like a meat. I guess you kind of break apart your meat. I take that and break it apart and add cheese and sour cream and whatever else you'd like onto it, and it is super good. It's a really, I think, pretty healthy side dish, so that's what we're gonna have with that. And the next thing is a new recipe I was wanting to try. It's honey pineapple chicken stir fry. We had tried a recipe from this person's website, actually probably several, and they were super good. So I'm going to just keep trying a few here and there that I think our family would really like. And I'm really excited about that because they have seemed to all be winners. So I am really excited about that. So honey pineapple chicken stir fry. And then something else that we haven't had in quite a while is manicotti. And I'm going to do the same thing with this in the pasta sauce. I'm going to play around with adding the pumpkin in there. And I've, like I said, have our own homemade sauce that we made. And we'll just play around with that. And I thought it would be fun to kind of change up the bread and make garlic knots. I really like doing that. It's really simple. It's just the shape of the bread, but it just makes it more fun. I really enjoy doing that. It's kind of like a more creative way to do with your food. I guess almost playing with your food, but not. Okay, so after that, we are going to do breakfast sandwiches. This is kind of a staple in our family. We love to do that. So we are going to have this, probably do Canadian bacon and eggs. And then I usually do this on English muffins, but I have this goal where I want to try and figure out bagels. And I've tried a few and I haven't found the right one. So I'm going to try again, and hopefully this one will be the one and I can get it just right. And we can cross that off of our goals list. That would be great to get another thing before the end of the year. So I'm going to try and make that on bagels, and then we'll just have hash browns with that as well. Oops, there we go. Okay, I guess that is right. Okay, so hash browns. And then, let's see. After that, we were gonna put a few pretty easy things on here. So we were thinking to do Salisbury steak. This is super easy. Basically, you just need some hamburger patties, and you can either buy a package of gravy or you can make it homemade really simply too. So we are going to do that. And then I think whenever we have that, we're going to have that with mashed taters, and then also our freezer biscuits. So this will be like a super easy meal. And it's nice to have a few of those on those crazy busy nights. So that's what we're thinking for there. Let's see. After that is another new recipe. This is crab cake cream pasta. Now I don't like plain crab, so I'm probably gonna use the artificial crab. I know that some people may not like that, but that's what I like. So I think we're gonna go with that. So crab cake cream pasta. And I love creamy sauces too. It is like my favorite, especially in the winter time. And we're just going to go ahead and throw some type of veggie in there. I'm not really sure. We'll just see what we have. And then what else? I was thinking to make it super easy, we'll just do cheddar garlic biscuits for a side with that as well. And if I can line things up, of course we probably won't want seafood 2 nights in a row, but if I can line things up, I can maybe make it to where the cheddar garlic biscuits, we can have that, I can make extra and I will only have to make it once and we can have it the next night. So we'll just have to play around with it and see. Like, this is in no particular order. I just try and write a few ideas down because I think it's really fun to cook. It's like one of my hobbies. Okay, after that, we're gonna have teriyaki chicken. And then, let's see, what was I thinking for a side with that? Oh yes, there was a new recipe I had found. It was called Hibachi stir-fried rice. And I thought that might be fun to change it up. I don't know, it didn't look like it had a whole lot of veggies in it. So I'm probably going to definitely add more of that. As you can tell, I do not follow recipes to a T. I change them up a lot, and you just kind of go by what your family's tastes are. That works really good, and it's just fun to experiment and try new things. So I really enjoy doing that. After that though, I do have like a family favorite that I have made for well over a decade. This is sour cream chicken enchiladas. So we love this so much. Like I said, we have made this for a long time. And sometimes I make it spicier than others and change it up that way. I just basically change up the sour cream sauce a little bit. But it is really, really good and definitely a family favorite there. After that, something we haven't had in a while is blackened chicken. We either do it like chicken or fish like this. I like it an awful lot. And let's see, what I was thinking for a side for that is to do some type of veggie tot. You can buy these in the store, but also I have kind of figured out a way to make this homemade. So I think whenever I did it, it was squash tots, but you can do it with other vegetables. So I'll just see if I have any in the freezer. If not, I'll just whip together another recipe with some vegetable, whatever I have. It's really easy to do, and everybody in our family really seems to like it. And for that, the bread, there is another family member that really, really loves this recipe, and it's kind of like, I think more like a traditional Christmas kind of recipe. It's Pandoro, and I also have a recipe on that, but I think we may just make it as rolls and make it that way. And I think the traditional way is to make it like kind of like a kind of star or funnel shape, and they're really cool. I did that last year, but I think I'm just gonna make it like rolls and make it super easy, and I think they will be very happy. They've been wanting to have that for a little bit. Okay, so after that, another new recipe I had found, and I don't know that any of us have ever had this before, but the recipe sounded interesting, so I thought it might be fun to try. So this is a Burger King copycat recipe for a whaler. I think that's what it's called a long time ago, but basically it's like a fish sandwich, and they show you how to make it and all, and they even showed how to make your own tartar sauce. I don't know if I'm going to do that. You can buy it pretty cheaply at Walmart, so I don't know. I may play around with it and see if I can make it homemade or not. With that, we are going to need to make pretzel buns, and then this is also a members only video that if you'd like to check that out too. These are super good. Years and years of trial and error to figure out the perfect recipe that we love so very much. In fact, most of the times whenever I make buns, this is almost what I always make. Only if I'm trying something new, and usually my family always tells me they like this one better. And so let's see, for the side for that, we were going to do sweet potato fries. Our sweet potatoes should have had enough of time to cure by this time if this is at the end of the month. So we'll go ahead and start working through some of those. And I think this is also a recipe video on the channel if you'd like to check that out too. Let's see, after that is a sheet pan meal. So these are always easy and nice to make. So sheet pan chicken thighs, and let's see what else. It's like a special sauce. It was an apple honey glaze. So that sounded super, super good. And we'll probably have apple juice left over from Thanksgiving. So we probably will move that one up closer to the beginning of December. And let's see, I was just thinking, since that's like the sheet pan, we'll just do roasted veggies that way too. So that's what I was thinking there. And then after that, we were just gonna do chili and have some cornbread with that. We really love cornbread. We don't have that nearly enough. I really like that. And after that, we are going to do chicken parmesan. We are probably going to do like the easy version of this where we just kind of get the chicken already done for us, and I can just use the sauce that we made from the garden, and just noodles, and it's super easy. Add some extra parmesan in there and you're good. So it's super easy. And I think, I'm not really sure. I was thinking on this what I want to do. I think I'm going to just put rolls on here because there are a few roll recipes that I would like to experiment with. I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going to go with because I'm kind of on the fence with that. Or I could time it right and have just the cheddar garlic biscuits. So we'll just see how that plays out and if I can make that work. And let's see, after that, another recipe that is supposed to be super, super simple, only 4 ingredients and pretty fast. So that was like, I really want to try that, is brown sugar salmon. So I don't know that I've ever had fish like really sweet like that. So I'm kind of interested in giving that a try. And they also said that this was good with cowboy beans, so I was gonna give that a try too. Whoops, can't spell. Cowboy beans, yeah. It's like a 15 bean kind of recipe, or the 15 bean soup, I think is what you use to make that. So we're gonna give that a try, and I'm gonna go ahead and put rolls down here too. Like I said, there are a few recipes. I think one of them was like milk bread that I'm on the fence about whether we'll try them or not, or what my family will want, if they'll want like their favorites or these. Okay, so after that, we were thinking of, since it's nice and cold and the smoker seems to do a lot better, we were going to do pulled pork barbecue. We really love this. We actually have a video on this too, and this is one of a kind of like a staple. We love having this. We use a big old piece of pork and cook it, and we can have leftovers we just put in the freezer, so we can have this and not just for one night. So it works out really good for that. And what we'll do with that is we'll make the pretzel buns. And then after that, let's see, with that, I was thinking of making baked beans. This is a recipe I kind of tweaked and figured out how to make this in the Instant Pot. It is super easy. Like, I can make a big batch of it, enough for several days, for in like 30 minutes. So it is super, super easy. I really have been enjoying that recipe, and it is so much better than the canned stuff too. Okay, so after that, we're thinking another easier recipe here. So cheeseburgers, that's what we were thinking. And I'm not gonna go, I guess I'll go ahead and write pretzel buns in case I don't get it done at the same time, but maybe I can tie it to this, and I only have to make it once and can use it for several recipes. The pretzel buns are really good, and they are good for several days, so I really, really like that. And we were thinking for a side to do potato wedges, so we'll write that down. We do have a few of these in the freezer, and I can also make them easily homemade too. I think I have a video on that as well. After that, chicken and dumplings. That's like a staple. We love that, especially whenever we're sick or something like that. And I have done lots of trial and error with dumplings. A long time ago, I used to roll them all out, and now I've figured out an easier way to make them, and they taste so good. One person said they were like, I think, Cracker Barrel's chicken and dumplings. I'm not 100% sure. I've never had that before, so I don't know, but they are super, super good. And we'll just have lots of different veggies thrown in there. So we'll just write that. And we'll have our Christmas meal. We will probably do ham. I don't know if we'll do anything else like that or with that. I should have wrote Christmas first. We'll put that there. I'm not really sure what all we're gonna do. I'm sure we'll have taters, mashed taters, green beans. We usually do mac and cheese and rolls. So I'm sure there's going to be more things too, but that's just kind of going to be basic. We sometimes do stuffing and things like that, like Thanksgiving as well, but I'll just ask the family and see what all they want to do. Another recipe that we made not too long ago was a Marry Me chicken pasta. This was really good. I've heard of this recipe going around for a long time, and it is really easy to make and quite good. So we're gonna go ahead and make that again, and I'm gonna just make it, since it's super easy, I'm just gonna put to make the cheddar garlic biscuits. These are super easy too. I don't know if I said before, but they do not need like any rise time or anything like your rolls do. They are super fast, so they are one of my like go-tos whenever we need a quick meal and need like a bread on the side. That and also cornbread. They're both really easy and fast to whip together. Okay, the last thing I have on here is smoked chicken legs. So whenever we do the pulled pork, we will just throw these on here too, and these freeze really well. Both of them do. So that's what we'll do, and it'll be a really easy dinner. We'll get all that cooked in one day and have several different dinners, so that's always nice. And we like to do the leg quarters too. They turn out super good in the smoker. And I think whenever we have it this way, we're gonna do mashed taters, oops, and then we'll do biscuits. We'll just make it super easy. Since it'll probably be in the freezer, we could just kind of pull all this out. And I also freeze my mashed taters too, and they turn out great. The key to that is lots of fat, and they turn out really, really well. So now we're going to move on to desserts, and I had several requests and several things that I did not get to last year in December that I hope to try and get to this year. Things don't always go as planned, but I always like to try and plan for all these ambitious things. I had like 101 goals this year, and that was far too ambitious, but I like to at least put things down, so I know that I really would like to try these because it's really fun. I really do enjoy doing all that. So a requested recipe is Baby Ruth cookies, and I have never had anything like this, but they were super, super excited to give this a try, so I think this will probably be one of the first ones that we end up making. Another thing that I have been wanting to make for a long time is a Yule Log cake. This is like the pumpkin roll. I realized that they are super easy to make and roll up. I was always so intimidated, but they are really easy to do. I have a pumpkin one that I do a lot, but I would like to find a good recipe for a chocolate one and decorate it all cute like a log. I think that would be lots of fun. So I'm hoping to do that. Another thing, I'm hoping to have lots of fun with bread and do all of these different fun shapes and things like that. That was on my goals list too. So I'm hoping to make this Christmas bread wreath. And if I'm not mistaken, this is kind of like a cinnamony sugar mixture that you put on there and wrap it in like, I don't know, you like cut it and twist it in a way to where it makes a really pretty wreath. So I'm excited to try that. And another thing that I seen last year that looked super, super good is Christmas Blondies. And they added M&Ms, and they also added like sprinkles and different things like that to make it look super nice, and I would think I would like to try that. Other things that looked really good is to make a cranberry orange pull apart tree. So this is going to be a lot. But last year I made cranberry orange cinnamon rolls, and those were really good. So we're going to try and make this like a cinnamon or like a tree shape. I guess it'll be little balls and it makes a tree shape. So I really like pull apart bread. They are really good. So so we'll put pull apart tree. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully that will turn out really good. And another thing that I know a family member will absolutely love is a Nutella star bread. So you basically just make your bread dough and you spread the Nutella on it and you roll it up and you kind of cut it in a certain way and make the design of the star, and it is super pretty. I made a snowflake one last year or maybe earlier this year, and it was super fun and turned out so nice. It looked really, really pretty, so I am really excited to make the star one this year. And something I have been wanting to get to for probably well over a year is a Kringle. And I can't remember right now exactly where this originated from, but it's another dessert that just looks absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure it uses dough too, so I hope we can get to that and make all of these fun things. After that is Rugelach Cookies. We make Rugula. I'm not sure I've quite nailed it down to be as good as the store, but it is really fun to make, really easy to make. It's basically just pie crust in certain ways. I guess the way I make it is a little bit different than pie crust because I do add a few other things in, but my family really, really likes this, and I don't know that we've ever had it in cookie form. I usually just kind of do like the log to where you roll it up like that. So we'll try that. And another thing that looks super good is I think you say it strufoli is I think how you say it. So I found a YouTube video where this sweet woman showed how to make this, and I have wanted to try this for the longest time. So hopefully we will be able to get to that too. And another thing that I thought would be kind of fun to add, I generally don't add this, but I kind of have started becoming more scheduled, I guess, about the things that we have for lunch and breakfast. So I'm going to write lunch here. And for lunch, we've kind of started doing a lot of dense bean salads. We have started that a few months ago and have really been loving that. So one of my absolute favorites is the buffalo chicken dense bean salad. So we're going to write that one down because I definitely want to have that again. And so we'll write that one down. I just did that wrong. But I just abbreviate dense bean salad like that. So we have enough of space to put all this on here. And another one that I had was the grinder dense bean salad. That's probably like my second or third favorite one that I've had so far. But this one was the Kalamata grinder dense bean salad. So you just add the olives. I think it may have been changed a little bit more. So we're going to give that a try. I have been loving these and my body seems to be doing really well with it. So I'm super excited to continue this, and there's so many recipes. It has been so much fun to try all of these recipes. So I hope that y'all to give this a try and try them too, because they are really, really good and it makes a super easy lunch. Okay, after that, another one of these that I have on the list to try is chimichurri. I usually what I have been doing is I have some canned chicken that I've been trying to work through, so I've been putting that in here. But in this one, I do have a can of like beef fajita stuff that I need to also work through, so I'm thinking that's what I'm going to use here. But the recipes tell you how to like season all the meat and all of that if you want to do that. I'm sure I will get to that whenever I get through all of these cans of things that I need to work through, but I'm just going to prioritize using what I have. So that's what we're going to do with that right now, and I'm just going to write those there. This lasts pretty close to a week, so I'm going to go ahead and just write those, and I'm sure I'll probably repeat a few others that are my absolute favorite. After that, we're going to go ahead and add in a breakfast section. Oh, I kind of missed the line on that one. Okay, so this is going to be the breakfast, and we have been doing a lot of protein oats. So one of my favorites is the peanut butter, oh, I cannot spell, peanut butter and jelly protein oats. So we're going to write this down, and these also last a long time. Like, we make a pretty big batch and they'll last quite a few days. So I have just a few wrote down here. I think they last a little bit less, I don't know, maybe 4 days or so out of the week. And we don't have this every single day, but most days we do have this. And another recipe that I kind of created on our own is strawberry cheesecake protein oats. This is probably a favorite with some family members. So also, if you don't know, these protein oats, the protein in it is cottage cheese. I know that kind of sounds weird, but it really does work really well. I'm like pretty picky with things like that, and I really like it. Some family members really like this one. I wasn't the biggest fan. It kind of tasted a little plain to me. So what I do is I make a snickerdoodle peanut butter. It's super easy. All you gotta do is take peanut butter and add in some cinnamon and vanilla. So it's super easy. So snickerdoodle, I'm trying to make sure I spell that right. We'll just do an abbreviation there so it'll all fit. Snickerdoodle peanut butter. Okay. I also have tried a chocolate peanut butter protein oats, and it wasn't quite the way I would like it. I need to work on tweaking this one, so I'm going to write to have that one again and have to work on that one to get that one just right. But They are really good. I really like these. Even though it wasn't like my absolute favorite and didn't have it perfect, it was still good enough. There was nothing wrong with it. So we just need to. I just want to try and make it right. I like want to perfect things. So I'm gonna work on that. And another one that I had seen online that I'm really gonna have to tweak because the recipe that I found used like what did it protein powder, but I'm gonna try and do it to where I just use the cottage cheese, is a sugar cookie protein oats. I thought that sounded really good with Christmas time and thought that would be nice. So sugar cookie protein oats. And let's see. And if you have like protein powder or something, you could try it with that. I just haven't went and bought that yet. They're kind of expensive, so I just been doing the cottage cheese to make it a little bit easier and cheaper. And the last one I have yet to try, but I think would be another fun thing to try, is peanut butter and banana protein oats. So, like I said, these are basically what we've been having for for breakfast almost every single day. So we have been loving that an awful lot. Also, I was going to say that if y'all are interested at all in any of these recipes that I don't have on our channel and y'all would be more interested in us making those and doing things like that, please leave a comment down below and let us know. I'm trying to figure out if that's something more I want to lean into with our channel. I do that a lot more in the winter time, but I didn't know if it was something that would be better to do more constantly. I haven't quite got to all of that yet this year. We have had a lot of things going on. So thank y'all all so much for spending time with me today and listening to me and everything that y'all have done. Whatever holidays that y'all celebrate, I hope that they're happy ones. Thank y'all all so much for watching, and we really do appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye.